Hello, welcome to West Anime Sims. My name is Kevin, and how are you doing? We are back with another rating. The worlds in the Sims 2 this time. Desiderata Valley from the Sims 2 time has emerged as the winner. So let's check Desiderata Valley out. And if you miss out any of the neighborhoods that I've reviewed before, I have the link of the playlist down in the description below. So let's check out Desiderata Valley. Desiderata Valley has a total of 6 lots that are occupied, and then there are 9 unoccupied lots and also 7 community lots. That's a pretty decent amount of lots. So I'm going to rate the occupied lot community lots first in the first part, and I'll do the unoccupied lots the second. The first lot I'm going to check into is 153 Main Street by the Moles. So John Moe lives alone. I think he is the secret agent. If you look at his design, he looks exactly like the Matrix. So let's check out his house. As you can see here, the house is surrounded with a tall concrete wall, a little telescope to spy out the outside, and there's a small swimming pool at the back. Pretty nice. A lot of tall hedges in front as well, with a little bit of privacy. There's an empty car park spot, but there's no car yet. And generally, the whole house is only monochrome, black and white, on brand. Kitchen on the side, living room over here looks a little bit bare, and the bedrooms over here with an exercise machine. You also have a bathroom on that corner. Kitchen and the dining room is here. Looks pretty modern, looks pretty sleek and monochrome, which is pretty on brand with the theme of this house. Let's check out around the house. It's a little bit unassuming. There's nothing much to talk about. I do like the double roofing area while going on with overlapping hip roof, gabled roof. But then they miss out one part that doesn't have the layer of gabled roofs. Unfortunately, throws out the consistency. As a whole, this house is not too bad and it's not too great either. I do appreciate the monochrome style of this house, but in the same time, the styling is sometimes a little bit too old, and some are modern, which is not really all around. That's too bad. So I'm going to rate this house just. Our next lot is 250 Main Street by the Aspirs. Okay, we have a family over here. It's pretty nice. Family house with brown flooring all over. Check out the living room. It's pretty nice and cozy. Browns all over. Don't mind that color. It's just keeps it consistent. Nice little kitchen over here in front. We have a nice dining area. Which is really nice. There's a master bedroom. Pretty nice and dark. In the foyer, I would say there's a toddler table and a sewing machine, and also has a really nice nursery over here with a cream white flooring. And center here I actually have a bathroom. Cute. And the living room. That's not all. Actually, there's another house. I would assume that is where Grandpa would live. There's a drawing draft table. His own kitchen and dining room, a bedroom, and TV, and a bathroom near the stairs. I really like the stairs having a separate L-shaped staircase, and the back deck is actually shared. It's really nice. And also over here there's a with the train set and the swing set over here. there's a lot of things to see and do in this house. It is really good. Okay, up in the attic, there's a little secret over here. Is where the genie lamp is located. So you can try it out if you play this family. Overall, from the outside, it's pretty nice, pretty suburban with a large upper middle class style, dark and mansion-like, which is pretty good, cool with a wire iron fence around, and also there's also a car and a fixer upper car in the area. Generally, this is a really nice lot for you to try out all the things in free time. That is pretty nice. A lot of pretty well designed rooms as well. So I'm gonna give this lot a 9. Our next house is 1026 West Greene Drive from the corner. Okay, this house is also quite brown as well. I'm not complaining that much because it gives a very consistent color scheme all over. At the back there, we have the study area, which is just a sewing machine and a desk, which is not so much things to do. I would add the bookshelf. Center there's a teenage room. I would add a dresser as well inside. There's a nice pink bathroom, family shed at the corner here with a yellow master bedroom for the parent, and also a blue bathroom over here. I would change the flooring as my personal taste. It's not exactly that good. And over here is pretty nice, and the dining room area has really basic dining set, but has expensive painting, which is really weird. And a serviceable living room area, nice with a carpet flooring as customizable carpets. Outside, it's pretty good, well landscape for urban home with a basketball hoop at the back, and also a grill, but there's no seating area outside. Okay, from the outside, it's pretty okay, a mid-century style house. Nothing much to complain about, except it's just really boxy. I would put some bunk belts here and there. Yeah, it's a pretty good house, not the best I would say, but it is well designed, a mid-century vibe going on. So I'm going to give this house an 8. Our next house is 1050 East Leisure Lane by the Bells. Oh, if the first thing we see is actually a dance studio, spacious and have a lot of space for Sims to dance in. For this family, you can see there are different types of hobbies for each family, which is pretty good. The living room is a little bit bare, I would say. Dining room is okay with a Moroccan style table. There's a bedroom underneath at the downstairs. I would put the plant at the corner itself, very near to the dining unit. And bathroom. Kitchen is a bit weird. The colors doesn't look matching with green and brown, and then there's pinks, pale pink all over. Outside there's a deck. Go all the way out to the corner there. There's a gazebo. Let's check out upstairs. Upstairs there's a nice balcony with a master bedroom over here. At the back then there's there's the kids room, and there's a bathroom, pretty serviceable. Nothing much to complain. From the outside, let's check it out. It's very mansiony with the brick area. The layout looks pretty nice from outside as well. Okay, for a lot of the occupied houses, I think they did a pretty good job pushing the line to be a little bit more further. I can see that Desiderata Valley has a little bit of an upper middle class structure home. So yeah, the houses are larger and looks nicer from the outside. So I'm gonna give this house an 8. Our next house is 1055 East Leisure Lane at the Joque. Okay, from the kitchen and dining room area, I think this is the more cohesive looking ones with cream, yellow and white and light wood all over, which is I prefer this one. At the corner over here, we have a game room with bar and pool table, which is interesting. I think this house would be very sports themed. At the living room area, oh, I like this carpeting with crisscross customized carpet. So definitely a plus for Sims to try to do something different from EA. With a bathroom tucked at the back and a pretty huge deck at the back, and also there's a the soccer post, goal post over here, football goal over there at the backyard. Upstairs at the hallway, we have a gym area with the bike and also the exercise machine. We have the parents' bedroom and also the teenager bedroom on the corner over here. Have football wallpapers, that's pretty interesting. Okay, from the outside, it doesn't look that great, but it's just a big box. But I do like the one side of the roof is consistently slanted at the same angle down, which is pretty interesting. But I would put some bumps or details at the side to make it less boxy. Okay, yeah, this house is definitely not too bad, but it's not the best house I've seen so far. It's serviceable, has a consistent theme, so I'm going to give this house a 7. Our final occupied house is 1080 West Leisure Lane by Una. So Natasha Una is like an artist, and she is a grilled cheese aspiration. This is the rarest aspiration by default. Over here we can see her art studio is pretty well designed. There's a lot of customized craftable objects has been displayed so far. There's a lot of things you can do over here. Pretty expensive looking kitchen with green and dark wood. I would put some different flooring to differentiate the kitchen area. Nice bathroom with plants and everything, carpet, flooring. Living room is pretty nice as well with a customized flooring. Also, I would put a different wallpaper on the living room to match the furniture better. At the corner here, we have the bedroom, which is a bit dark. I don't think there's a lot of lighting. From the outside, I just realized it's nighttime. I will switch it to daytime to have a better look. Pretty okay, nothing too surprising going on. There's a lake at the back. That's a pretty nice plus for landscaping. Okay, also another house that is not too bad and it's not too great either. I do like the coloring and consistency going on with this house. So I'm going to rate this house a 7. Let's move on to community lots. The first one is Copur Kitchen Cook-Off. This lot is focused more on the culinary hobby. You can see here, center there's a plant leading into the station, leading into the counter that would join in the cooking content. And both sides here, as you notice, there are 2 dining tables with different colored dining chairs, and the kitchen as well is one side is blue and one side is red. So if you have watched Master Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares Cook-Off, you know there is a red team and a blue team. So that's pretty interesting. At the back there's trophies as backdrops, and it's pretty creative. Upstairs we have toilets and also waiting lounge area with sets. Pretty okay, with a balcony looking in the front. Outside is pretty well landscaped, I would say, but the only thing I don't like is the roof way too big. The neighborhood roof could be sectioned off a little smaller, or use flat roofs. I would say it's much better than this one. Okay, generally this is a really interesting and creative community lot. I like the red and blue team differentiation between two different teams in the kitchen. Pretty reminds me a lot of MasterChef. So I'm going to give this lot 7. Our next lot is Greece Greener Gardens. Okay, wow, it is from the first glance it's really well landscaped. I like the fencing area. Okay, this fence is actually from main base game itself. I rarely see it being used at all, even either by EA or by players themselves. It is pretty hard fencing to use as actually. But moving on, let's look at the other things that this park is doing well. I like the lake that goes all around with the bend with the bridge connecting that connects to the other parts of the park. The lake is deep as pathways, and each corner here is dotted very nicely with flower beds, and there's a Stonehenge decoration over here. Across the bridge there you can see there's the grill and seating area surrounded by the hedges, which is really nicely done. At the corner here, which is where the toilets are, connected by at the front there there's chest set, really nicely done, and goes back out with a bridge connected up to the entryway. From the outside, even the surrounding with the neighborhood decoration trees are really well done as well. It looks like a pretty cohesive look. Okay, parks usually don't get scored very well. It depends on how it was landscaped and what you can do in this place, but this is a really good park. I think it's one of the best parks I've seen so far, so I have to give this lot 10. Our next lot is Gustav's Grocery. So we have a grocery store over here. Okay, interestingly, we have the car park lot at the back, and notice the car park lot actually have remote control cars and helicopters for us to play around with. This is pretty interesting. So this car park is not meant for cars, it's for Sims to do the play around with these toys. At the back here we also have the grill and seating area as usual. Okay, this part is where the grocery store is located with nice posters, some clothing racks, and some game and magazine areas. Again, they didn't rotate this properly in the right direction. Pretty much an regular occurrence. I would put an extra cash register on the other side instead of putting everything on one side of the store. Upstairs we have a nice train set and also bathrooms. Nothing much to see except just a nice lounge area. Okay, from the outside, I do like the flat roof in flooring as a flat roof in front with the regular gabled roof at the back to give a nice different angle roofing area. Generally, this lot is pretty nicely done, not a lot of things to complain about. A pretty interesting take on the car park lot. So I'm going to give this lot an 8. Our next lot is Kiddie Care Castle. Okay, Kiddie Care Castle has, the first glance, has a lot of color carpeted. I think it's interesting they zone off with different color coding with areas. We have a lot of tables and chairs at the yellow corner. The blue corner is actually a reading corner, so Sims can read to kids. Nice bare armchairs over here with a dollhouse at the corner. In the middle red corner, we have the toddler playing table. The kitchen is using up all the primary colors with bathrooms on two sides. Over at this side, we actually have an outdoor play area with toy box and a swing set and the chess set as well. Okay, looking from the outside, okay, this is, I would imagine how a the toy shop from Open for Business should look like. The colorful medieval style castle like with the towers have different colors as well. It's really nicely done. Okay, this is a pretty kid-friendly lot. I like it, the design a lot with the primary colors, blocky color scheme that is pretty good and kid-friendly items as well. So this lot deserves a 9. Our next lot is mostly modern art museum. Okay, the entryway is pretty nicely built landscape with a lake and one side, swing set over the other side. At the side here, we have a grill and seating area. The seating area has different colors of chairs. Interesting. The lounge area also have different colors as well as the bathroom leading upstairs to the exhibits. Upstairs here, we have all the exhibits. We have noticed that there are flower beds on the balcony there. This is made possible with Jack's on. Very interesting. And yeah, the second floor is actually suspended over the lake. As there are more exhibits and more flower beds as well. A lot of large pictures. At the rooftop, there's a random palm tree up there. From the outside, I do like the creativeness of EA team trying to build a blocky looking house, and it's worked very well for a modern art museum. Okay, overall it's a pretty intricate design. Modern is not my style, but I appreciate how this is creatively done. So this lot is also pretty good. I would say this lot deserves a 9. Our next lot is Sports Park. So we have a mainly sports related center, I would say. So the first thing I notice is the basketball court. I would put a full court instead of a half court, and in the middle here there's a podium of first, second, and third. That is a pretty creative use of the platforms foundation. They have a small football field, I assume, and a half football post or goal post over there. The center will be the changing room and bathrooms for both sides, for the guys and the girls. So changing room, bathrooms, shower, all that things. And we also have a swimming pool on the other side. Let's look at upstairs. There's a little pantry area at the top there. It's like a grill and eating area. Not much to say. And if you look closely upstairs, from the upstairs, you can see the podiums actually have trophies. That's pretty nice decoration for the sports center. Okay, looking out from the outside, there's pretty much an okay lot. Now, I wouldn't say it is one of the better ones. If I want to make a complaint, I would say there needs to have more greenery, more trees, since it's park. Generally this lot, I would say this serves its purpose as a sports center. A lot of things and activities for things to play around. And yeah, I would prefer to have more trees in a sports park. It's going to be really hot here in this area. So I'm going to give this lot an 8. Our final community lot in Desiderata Valley is the Flippery Frock. Okay, this lot is leading up to upstairs. There are 2 entries over here. Oh, indoor grill again. Always makes me nervous with indoor grills. Why don't they put like a small fridge and eat? Anyway, they have cooling racks, changing room back over there, toilets on 2 corners over here, and cash register counter at this front counter over there. From the outside is this long mansard roofing with a front. I like the front, but other than that, it's not that thing to me. Okay, generally it is an okay build. I wasn't going to say this is going to be a really great build, but overall it's nothing too exciting, so I'm gonna give this lot a 7. Okay, here are the final scores for the occupied lots and community lots of Desiderata Valley. What do you guys think? Please leave me a comment. And overall, I would say the occupied lot than the community lots, except to the park. The park is really well done. And overall, I would say the style is not too consistent. It on the residential lots, you see it as a little bit of an upper middle class style with a lot of land for all around. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to West Anime Sims for updates on retro Sims content. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye!